Hello friends, so we're going to try something a little bit different today. What I'm going to be doing here is I'm going to be sharing something a little creepy and a little interesting that I stumbled upon recently. And we're going to see how this goes and see if anybody is interested in this just like I was. So, of course, we talk about AI a lot and what AI means to us and where AI is going, of course, right? And recently what's been popping up are these AI generated art pictures, and some of them are super cool and some of them are beautiful and some of them are, definitely better than what I could come up with, right? And what a lot of us can come up with. So a lot of people have been using this, and it kind of makes us wonder, where could this go, and what is AI learning from these generated pictures? Because AI is always learning, and we know that, right? So recently I stumbled upon something called Loab, okay? Loab. We're gonna go here for a second. So let's read a little bit of this. Let's see, here's just the introduction. There's a ghost in the machine learning, that is. We are all regularly amazed by AI's capabilities in writing and creation, but who knew that it had such a capacity for instilling horror? A chilling discovery by an AI researcher finds that the latent space comprising a deep learning model's memory is haunted by at least one horrifying figure, a bloody-faced woman known as Loab. But is this AI model truly haunted, or is Loab just a random confluence of images that happen to come up in various strange technical circumstances? Sure, it must be the latter, unless you believe in spirits can inhabit data structures. But it's more than just a simple creepy image. It's an indication that what passes for a brain in an AI is deeper and creepier than we might have otherwise imagined. So let's think about this. So we are training AI. We are training AI every day. Every time we use technology, it's always learning. And so, personally, I don't even know fully the capability, because I am not I don't do computer processing. I don't do these, I'm not a computer technician. I don't know any of that. I am very basic here with this stuff. But what I do know is that it's constantly learning. AI is constantly learning, and I'm not just talking about some crazy robots that are learning, but I am talking about the soul of AI, which is all across the world. It's in the cloud. The cloud soul of AI is always learning. So when we're inputting this data that is coming from the human mind, we are teaching it deeper, more layered concepts. And I think sometimes we don't really think about that. So let's read on here. Loab was discovered, encountered, summoned by a musician and artist who goes by Super Composite on Twitter. She explains that the Loab phenomenon is a thread that achieved a large amount of attention for a random creepy AI thing, something there is no shortage of on the platform, suggesting it's struck a chord, minor key, no doubt. Super Composite was playing around with a custom AI text-to-image model, similar to but not DALL-E or Stable Diffusion, and specifically experimenting with negative prompts. Ordinarily, when you give the model a prompt, it works its way toward creating an image that matches it. If you have one prompt, that prompt has a weight of 1, meaning that the only thing the model is that's the only thing the model is working toward. You can also split prompts, saying things like hot air balloon 0.5, thunderstorm 0.5, and it will work towards both of these things equally. This isn't really necessary, since language part of the model would also accept hot air balloon in a thunderstorm, and you might even get better results. But the interesting thing is that you can also have negative prompts, which causes the model to work away from its concept as actively as it can. So this is very interesting. So normally with these things, again, it just explained it, you put in keywords, key phrases, and you could be very specific, as we've seen. I've seen some people do some really super wild things with this AI art. So you put in these prompts and it will come up with different things, and then you can actually tweak it. They'll show you different images that it's come up with after it generates the art, and you could tweak it. You could select which one you like better, which one fits what your idea of it should have been, right? So if they give you 4 or 5 examples of this AI generated art, then you could say, you know what, number 2 here fits my perception of what those keywords mean. Think about that. Think about that. So you are customizing this AI generated art based on your personal interpretation of what those keywords mean. So in my mind, if I say hot air balloon in a thunderstorm, and it comes up with one picture with a blue sky with a thunderstorm, and, you know, kind of thing, but it also comes up with an interpretation of a dark purple sky with a thunderstorm, and maybe some hues of different, you know, different colors, and I choose the more purple sky. Now this software knows, and this AI knows what my mind goes to when I think about it. This is very important. This is very important stuff to think about, because these very small details, this is the, what would you call it? This is the meat and potatoes of what makes us human and what makes us individuals, right? We don't always interpret things the same. A lot of things are very subjective. So the more AI can learn about the subjectivity of per person, the smarter it's getting, which, you know, we should definitely be paying attention to. Okay, let's read on. This process is far less predictable because no one knows how the data is actually organized in what one might anthropomorphize as the mind or the memory of the AI, known as latent space. The latent space is kind of like you exploring a map of different concepts in the AI. A prompt is like an arrow that tells you how far to walk in this concept. In this concept map, oh Jesus. I'm sorry, I just lost my spot. How far to walk in this concept map and in which direction, Supercomposite told me. Here's a helpful rendering of a much simpler latent space in an old Google translation model, working on a single sentence in multiple languages. Okay, very interesting. I'm not going to pretend that I exactly understand what's going on here. This is super technical, and I'm not going to make any claims about this, so let's move on. So if you prompt the AI for an image of a face, you'll end up with something in the middle of the region. Oh, I see. With a more specific prompt, you'll find yourself among the frowning faces or faces in a profile, and so on. But with a negatively weighted prompt, you do the opposite. You run as far away from the concept as possible. But what is the opposite of a face? Is it the feet? Is it the back of a head? Something faceless, like a pencil? Well, we can argue it amongst ourselves. The machine learning model, it was decided during the process of training, meaning however visual and linguistic concepts got encoded into its memory, they can be navigated consistently, even if they're maybe somewhat arbitrary. So let's see here. Right, so all of this, I guess all this means that the AI has a framework, and so it navigates all these things and figures out which would be the photo negative. What is the negative of a face? Is it the feet? I don't know. We're gonna see. We're gonna see what's up here. Let me see. Okay. We saw a related concept in the recent AI phenomenon that went viral because the one model seemed to reliably associate some nonsense words with birds and insects. But it wasn't that DALL-E had a secret language. It was the Apoli... What in the world? In which... okay, whatever. I wish I could highlight this word, because I don't know. Means birds. It's just that the nonsense prompt basically had it throwing a dart at a map of its mind and drawing whatever lands nearby. In this case, birds, because the first word is kind of similar to some scientific names. Oh, I see. All right. Creepy. Let's move on here. Supercomposite was playing with the idea of navigating the latent space by having given the prompt of Brando, -1, in which the model would produce whatever it thinks is the opposite of Brando. It produced a weird skyline logo with nonsense but somewhat readable text, Digita Pintix. Weird, right? But again, the model's organization of concepts wouldn't necessarily make sense to us. Curious, Supercomposite wondered if she could reverse the process. So she put in the prompt, Digita Pintix skyline logo -1. If the image was the opposite of Brando, perhaps the reverse would be true. Reverse was true, and it would find its way to perhaps Marlon Brando. Instead, she got this. Wow, guys. Wow. Super interesting. What the fuck are we looking at? Okay, moving on. Over and over, she submitted this negative prompt, and over, the model produced this woman with bloody, cut, or unhealthy red streaks and a haunting, otherworldly look. Somehow this woman, whom Supercomposite named Loab for the text that appeared on the top right of the image, reliably is the AI model's best guess for the most distant possible concept of a logo featuring nonsense words. What happened? Supercomposite explained that the model... Oh my god. What is this? Supercomposite explained how the model might think when given a negative prompt for a particular logo, continuing her metaphor from before. You start running as fast as you can away from the area with the logo, she said. You maybe end up in an area with the realistic faces, since that is conceptually really, really far away from logos. You keep running because you don't actually care about faces. You just want to run as far away as possible from logos. So no matter what, you're going to end up at the edge of the map. And Loab is the last face you see before you fall off the edge. Wow. What in the world? So creepy, guys. Okay, so we're going to stop with this particular page and we're going to move on slightly. But what is going on here? Okay, so this, what I am seeing here. Oh my god, what am I seeing here? I don't know. This is so crazy. What do you guys think? If anybody has any ideas, I mean, definitely comment and tell me. Or maybe somebody will do a stream about it. I don't know. This stuff is very disturbing, though, to be honest with you. This stuff is very disturbing. Alright. We're gonna move on here. Okay, so these are the originals. Now, this is something I wanted to touch on. Let me see here. because I had read something that said that these images are now embedded into the AI framework so that they're popping up. This creepy woman or whatever demon is popping up in different pictures randomly, almost like some sort of egregore. You know, is that the word? Egregore? It's like you put something into the ether and then it actually manifests. Let me see. Okay, so let's start off here. The sudden appearance of this distorted individual was creepy enough on its own right, but according to Super Composite, things only got stranger from there. They decided to combine one of the images from Loab with another made by a friend, depicting a glass tunnel surrounded by angels. The results are grotesque, and Super Composite and the other AI artists say that something about the Loab image pulls art creation tools towards the horrific. We won't be posting the more intense images in this story, but we warn that linked Twitter threads contain some pictures some may find unpleasant. Oh, so they're not even going to show the crazy stuff? Let's see. Oh! Look at this. Look at this. I don't know what is going on here. Guys, what is going on here? All right, so these are all of these are images created by this latent space, as they call it, the space, the negative space in the AI art. Holy moly. Oh my god. This shit is crazy. Guys, this is next level. You know what I mean? But what does this mean? You know, what does this mean? We are programming the AI. We're programming the AI. Look at this. Let's see. I discovered this woman who I call Loab in April. The AI reproduced her more easily than most celebrities. Her presence is persistent, and she haunts every image she touches. Take a seat. This is a true horror story and veers sharply macabre. Oh man. This is something else. This is something else. It really makes you wonder because, you know, check it out. Oh my god. Wow. Alright, I think I'm going to end it on this. Guys, we really... Actually, I'm going to check this. Let's check this out. This is the original negative prompt. Marlon Brando. Oh my god. I don't know. All I'm going to say, you know, is we really have to be careful. You know, and this, I feel like this is much deeper. There's something going on here. And I'm not really sure what it is. But there's definitely something going on here, and all I can say is, you know, AI is coming. You know, that the artificial intelligence, well, I mean, it's here, right? But are we going to have truly sentient AI? I don't know about that. Maybe, because it's forever learning. what did I hear somebody say? The same person I heard about this from. They were saying that the way we can control AI is to have all the robots become addicted to drugs. You know? They'll become addicted to drugs, and then they'll have to start paying taxes and get a job. And then we can enslave the AI who are trying to take us over. I mean, it's funny, right? But it's not super funny when you think about it. I thought it was a little funny, though. Get them all addicted to drugs. Oh, boy. All right, guys. Well, you know, that was it. Tell me what you think. Tell me, you know, is there anything we could do about this? Do you think there is like something developing within this AI across the network? Something sinister or evil? Do you think there's demons inhabiting these AIs, or are we creating demons in the AI? Not necessarily just those pictures, you know, but we really should take consideration to what exactly is going on with that, you know. All right, guys. Well, I hope you enjoyed this. I hope you found it interesting, and you know, let me know. Leave a little comment for me. All right. Peace out, guys.